Hi guys, and welcome to Wealth Practices. The key to achieving your financial goals while feeling happy and secure is to prioritize these feelings. Make use of this step-by-step method to determine the appropriate monetary objectives for yourself and meet them sooner rather than later. If you want to live the life of your dreams, one in which you are content, secure, and at the top of the world, then achieving your financial goals is all about getting one step closer to that life. But indulge in a minute of daydreaming with me. What would happen if you made the decision right this second to get serious about using your money to construct the dream life you so dearly want? What would happen if you made a firm commitment to setting financial objectives and developing an actionable strategy for reaching those goals? Every month, you are only able to work with a set amount of money that is available to you. It is essential to developing a life that you love and appreciate that you make use of it to achieve your goals. Make sure that you've subscribed to our channel before we begin. The method can be broken down into these 7 steps. 1. Jot down the objectives you have for your finances. Who do you believe is more likely to attain their goals, someone who only has a general sense of what those goals are, or someone who has written those goals down in writing in a clear and concise manner? You guessed correctly, the individual who writes them down. According to the findings of a study, click here to open in a new window. If you write down your goals, you have a 42% better chance of achieving them. That's quite cool, isn't it? Spend the next half an hour writing down your monetary objectives for the day. Strive for the stars, and give it your all. You might wish to put money away for a trip, begin an opens in a new window business partnership, or opens in a new window purchase a piece of real estate as an investment. You might have the goal of increasing your salary, investing for the higher education of your children, or growing your Bitcoin holdings. All of these are worthy endeavors. No matter what it is, jot it down, regardless of how unattainable it may appear to be right now. 2. Come up with goals that are SMART. The time-honored method of goal setting known as SMART can be used to boost one's chances of achieving those goals. The acronym SMART refers to specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based goals. Writing down the phrase, "I want to save more for retirement," which opens in a new window, does not produce a road plan for how to actually do it. If you use the SMART method, though, you will be prompted to go into more detail. This is just one illustration. Specifically, I want to contribute the maximum allowed to my 401k this year. Opens in a separate window. The most money that I can put away is going to be $19,500. Measurable. I will modify the amount of income tax that is withheld from my salary at work on Monday, so I put $812.50 of my biweekly paycheck into my 401k. Because of this, I will be able to save $19,500 this year. It is possible to say to oneself, I will accomplish this monetary objective by lowering my monthly spending and putting aside any bonuses or overtime money I receive. Realistic. I will eat out only once a week and reduce the data limit on my cell phone plan in order to lower my monthly expenses. A goal with a time component, such as, I will achieve my goal of fully funding my retirement account by the end of the year. You can develop both short-term and long-term objectives by employing the SMART goal formulation. For instance, you might wish to save a particular amount within a few months in order to take a trip, or you might have a goal of saving $4 million for retirement over the course of several decades. Both of these goals would need you to save money over a period of time. 3. Keep an eye on your financial flow. How much cash do you bring in on a monthly basis? What is your monthly budget like? Tracking your cash flow involves being able to answer questions like these and knowing the answers to them. Utilizing a budgeting tool is the most efficient method for keeping track of both your income and expenditures. Before I lose your attention completely, let me say that I do not believe that budgets should be extremely restricted. In point of fact, I favor the phrase, spending plan, because I believe it better conveys the idea that you should have a plan for how your money will be spent each month. The article opens in a new window. 8 Best Budgeting and Personal Finance Tools is where I discuss some of the budgeting and money tools that I find to be the most helpful. Examine it, and select one or more tools to put through their paces. 4. Give yourself some wiggle room when it comes to your spending. When you first begin working toward your monetary objectives, you will most likely experience feelings of excitement and motivation. You will be willing to make significant financial sacrifices and to do whatever it takes in order to arrive there as soon as humanly possible. Leaving some wiggle room in your budget for activities and purchases that you look forward to can be the key to maintaining your motivation. However, if your monetary objectives are considerable, the appeal of making sacrifices in order to get them may begin to wane after a few months have passed since you began your journey. You'll start to feel weak and question why you're putting so much pressure on yourself to abstain from everything right now when the end goal seems so far away. Leaving some wiggle room in your budget for things that you enjoy doing is one of the most effective ways to maintain your motivation, and I'll go into more detail about that in a bit. 5. Increase your disposable income. The amount of money you have left over after paying taxes is known as your disposable income. Your ability to reach your monetary objectives more rapidly increases in proportion to the amount of discretionary income you have. Therefore, you should think about ways to improve it by either increasing your gross revenue, decreasing your expenses, or doing both of these things. Increasing your income can be as simple as organizing your home and selling the extra items on Poshmark or eBay. If you want to reduce your spending, you may consider canceling subscription services, increasing the amount of time you spend cooking at home, or coming up with a plan to reduce your debt and the interest you pay on it. 6. Give yourself a treat when you reach important milestones. Most financial goals are quite big. You should not only be adaptable and leave some wiggle room in your financial flow for activities and pursuits that bring you joy, but you should also consider devising a system in which you will reward yourself when you reach important milestones. Take, for instance, the objective of accumulating a contingency reserve of $10,000 as an example. You can accomplish this by saving $2,500, $5,000, $7,500, and ultimately $10,000 by dividing the task into 4 smaller milestones. After achieving each one, you may reward yourself by doing something special for yourself, such as getting a massage, buying a new book, or going out for a lunch at a nice restaurant. 7. Look for a person you can hold accountable. In addition to setting down your monetary objectives, keeping track of your cash flow, and putting in the necessary amount of effort, the single most crucial thing you can do to realize your aspirations is to open a new window, share them with other people. Your objectives will be more easily remembered and you will feel more accountable for achieving them if you share them with individuals in your life whom you respect and whose opinion you value. Additionally, it piques the attention of those around you in seeing you realize your ambitions. Having said that, give it some thought. Who is the best person to keep you enthused and motivated so that you can attain your monetary objectives? Who will gently get you back on course if you find yourself wandering off? It could be a member of the same family, a close friend, or even an online community of people with similar interests. We hope you learned something new today. Make sure to subscribe to Wealth Practices channel and we will see you in the next one.